Hello guys, so welcome back once again to my YouTube channel Radio Pictures. So guys, this is the Coimbatore railway station. This is where I slept yesterday. This is the place. This is where I slept. Right here. My bag is over here. So today I think I heard of this place which is like a mountain which is like 34 kilometers from here, which is near to the Coimbatore Palakkad border. So let's try going there. Maybe let's try what all things we can see there. Okay guys, so I will so I'll start once I reach out of the railway station, guys. Okay. Hello boys and girls, this is me Alex Solomon. You guys are watching Radio Pictures, so welcome back guys. So I'm walking out from the railway station, from the Coimbatore railway station. So today we are going to move on to Villiyangiri Hills. So it's a place in Coimbatore which is very famous. So I'm walking through the pathway of the railway station. That's where I slept, just over there. That's where I slept yesterday. It wasn't that finding a spot wasn't easy because you are not allowed to sleep in railway stations due to the COVID protocols, but you have to manage it, and I managed it. But today it's going to be exciting because we are going to the Villiyangiri Hills. I just asked few people here how's the place. So they told me like it's a single person can't submit it because it's too hard. So let's see how it's going to turn around because it's challenging, I guess. So let's see how things are going to turn around, guys. So I'll show you after. I'll show you the videos of after I get out of this railway station, guys. So I'm still walking through the pathway, actually it's when I was here yesterday it was very crowded. There were a lot of people here, but now it's very peaceful out here. Very few people and very few trains now. Yesterday it was like crowded, super crowded. There were like tons of people everywhere, but now it's a very different situation, guys. So I'll update you once I get out of this railway station, guys. Yo guys, so I'm out of the railway station and let's see if we will able to catch a bus. Auto nahi chahiye. So let's see if we can catch a bus. As you can see, this is the Coimbatore junction. Let's see. I think there's a lot of buses over there, so let's see. Let's go find if we can find a bus, guys. Right, so I'm walking towards the bus. So let's ask them over there which one is going to Villiyangiri. Right, so I reached. So let's ask them how far will we have to go. The Anna over there just told me like it's like 30 kilometers from here. So let's ask them. So guys, I'm sitting in this railway station waiting for my bus. The 14D is the number of my bus, so hopefully I will be there. It will take around 1.5 hours. It's 30 kilometers from here. The rickshawala was asking 600 rupees. So if you're coming here, please don't encourage them. Try to take the bus as possible because they will just they will just make you pay a lot more than what is necessary, guys. So I'm waiting for my bus. So let's see how it goes and let's wait for the bus, guys. So I'll catch you after when I get the bus, guys. Okay. So guys, finally I got the lift. I got the bus, and we are on our way to Pondi. Actually, what happened was that I missed 2 buses because I didn't know that this was a bus to Pondi. So like that, I just missed 2 buses. So this bus is actually going to Isha, which is just near to Pondi. It's just walking distance to Pondi. So let's see. So I will update you when I reach Pondi. Okay, guys. Okay. So guys, here I am in Isha. Maybe you all have heard of Isha Foundations. Isha Foundation is led by Sadhguru. So here I am in Isha Foundation. Isha Foundation and Velliyangiri is very close actually, and the bus that I came from is it's not going to Velliyangiri, so its stopping point is Isha. So we have to stop here. This is the this is the opening gate of Isha. Actually you can see a Shivaling on top of this craving. I think this is a real rock craving, guys. I think this is a real rock craving, and you can see a Shivaling on top of that. So let's see what all things we can see by the way we go inside, guys. So I hope you can see all those mountains. This is the Western Ghats, guys. All those mountains you are seeing is the Western Ghats, and Isha, this property of Isha is very close located to Western Ghats. Very beautiful place. I think we should come here in the morning to see the beauty of this place. Now it's perfect noon, so sun is there and it's sunny, so but still you can see those clouds up in the mountains, clouds touching the mountains. It's so high, you can see the clouds touching the mountains. This whole mountain range is a Western Ghats that separates Tamil Nadu from Kerala. Guys, if you closely watch this plantations, you can see that they are given this pipe. This pipe goes all the way to all the plants, and they are not wasting the water. Actually, they are just dripping it to every plant in this locality by not wasting the water. Even if they are situated in the mountains and they have huge quantity of water, they are not wasting it. They are utilizing it in the best way they can. As you can see, most of the plants are being watered by this drip irrigation method. So it's very nice, right? It's very good to see using innovative ideas like this. It's very simple, but most of us don't use these things to preserve water. So guys, I have reached the entrance of Lord Shiva, and it's like, it's majestic, and even the background of the Western Ghats makes it even majestic. Here, take a look of this, guys. I don't know how close you can see it, but from here this is like a majestic view of Lord Shiva. And the person at the entry just told me like it is made of steel, like steel plates they have. Guys, so one thing that I noticed when I came here is that they have managed the surroundings pretty well. Like they have kept it very neat. If you look around anywhere, you don't see a single waste here and there. So they have kept it very neat, and the sun is super hot today. Yes, so the statue is becoming bigger and bigger. Just looking at the statue, oh, it's super big. So guys, let me just get closer to the statue. So yes, so guys, we have reached there. This is the size of the statue. I think this is about maybe 30 feet. I don't know. Let's get closer and let's just look up to informations. But this thing is big, guys. This thing is so big. And it looks very good, guys. There are a lot of people here, guys. They are all praying. It's a very religious spot. Truly devotees. Sadhguru is a truly devotee to Lord Shiva. So most of the people coming here, they are all devotees to Lord Shiva. From here, from this point onwards, you can't wear your chappals, so you need to remove your chappals. So I'm also going to remove my chappal. Yes. I can also take off my bag because this thing is super heavy, guys. I don't want to take this all the way. So guys, looking at the, so you can see here, guys, he is devoting. Some rituals are happening here. They are praying. They are worshipping Lord Shiva. They are praying here. Let's just look at the size of this. It's super huge. I don't know how you guys can see it, but this thing is super huge, guys. Oh my god. This is how tall it is. I am just 10 feet away from this, so this is how tall this statue is. Let's get closer to it. This chain in his neck is even bigger than. Oh, it's made of Rudraksham. Guys, it's made of lot of Rudraksha malas. It's Rudraksham actually. I don't know how many Rudrakshams are counted in it, but it counts up to maybe lakhs and lakhs of Rudraksha malas. And if you see here, you can see some. These are something folded out. You can see it everywhere. You know, maybe it's a ritual. Look at the size of this. This thing, guys, this Rudraksha mala he is wearing, it's very big. Actually when I came close, first thing I thought was it was some kind of a toe attached to it, but then it is Rudraksham. That's it's a big mala of Rudraksham, which is so huge. Actually we are rotating, circumferencing the statue from this angle. So the person told me like these are all steel plates and it's welded and it's jointed. Guys, even they have given clear detailing to the back of the statue. As you can see, maybe you can understand it from here more clearly. These are all the snakes. These are the I think. Oh no, these are the locks of Lord Shiva. The dreadlocks of Lord Shiva. All these things are the dreadlocks of Lord. Over there, top of that, you can see a honeycomb, guys. Honeycomb is there on top of that, which is a natural, it's something that's so huge. Honeybees come and they have a tendency to make their house in these kinds of things. There's a door given here, maybe to clean it and wash it off. So I'm still circumferencing the statue. The statue is huge, guys. The statue is really huge. From the starting point itself, you can see the statue. So it shows how huge the statue is. It's super huge, and also the background of the Western Ghats makes it more beautiful. The Western Ghats make it more beautiful. and makes it more mightier. From this angle you can see earrings. I think you can see the earrings and also the I don't know what it's called. He has like a moon in his head. I don't know what it's called. But the Rudraksha Mala actually stunned me. It's real Rudraksham being wrapped on his chest. It's a mala that's been put onto his chest. I think it's a mix of lakhs and lakhs of Rudraksham is being put onto it to make this mala, guys. Oh my god. And this mala is super huge. It's not like something that's small. Just look at how big this statue is, guys. The statue is super huge. I'm just standing beneath the statue, just standing beneath it, and even the camera frame can hold it. So it's that big, the statue. It's that big, guys. This whole place is so beautiful, but coming at the noon is not going to be a good idea. This whole place is so beautiful. If you're planning to come here, try to come here in the evening or maybe in the early morning, so this helps you. Okay, so I am moving towards a temple. There's a temple here, so let's go see the temple also. So let's go see what's in the temple, and let's see. So this is a statue. What's inside the temple? Okay, so I just got this receipt from the this receipt is given from the reception, and they told me like you have to show this in the temple. So let's see what inside the temple. So I'll show you what inside the temple when I get there. Okay guys, just look at this traditional ox carts that they have built. Actually only the front part is traditional, the rest is like very modern, because you can see how they have put tradition and innovation together. They're just old. Look at the size of them. It's very interesting. You can see some oaks over there too. So yes, so let me get on to the temple and I'll show you the rest of the details, guys. Okay guys, so cameras are not permitted inside, so I have to keep my camera as well as my phone here in the locker, I guess. Yes. So guys, I just got this bus and I am on my way to Pundi, and Pundi is very close to the hill, so Pundi is a bus stop that we can go close by. And let's see, the driver Anna is saying like we can't go to the hills, but let's see how things ends up. He says like the entry to the hills are restricted at the moment. Okay, so this is the very famous Vellangiri temple that you can see, and the Vellangiri hills is just above this. So let's first go to the temple and then let's see if we can go to the mountains. Actually the KSRTC, I mean the bus driver just told me that there are restrictions to climb the hill, but let's see. First let's go to the temple and let's see how if we are allowed to go to the mountains or not. So let's see, guys. So before going to the temple we have to remove our shoes. So first things first, just remove my shoes. Yes, I think due to the corona issues, the temple is being closed. I don't know. Let's see if the temple is closed. This is the sidewalks of the temple. It's very simple temple, I thought, but even though it's very simple, but it has some historical resemblances in this area. It's a very peaceful place again, very nice place. Guys, so actually now what is happened is like, this is closed at the moment. It's only open till March June. That's the time when it's opened, and this is the way that we have to go to the hills. This is the only way that we can go up and come down. As you can see, we can see the steps from here. It's very steepy steps. I don't know if you can see, but so steepy. There is a deity over here. This is a deity over here. This is a deity of this place. Shivaling, we can see a Shivaling here, and this is the steps that we can climb up to the top. And they told me like there are 7 hills in total, and it's about 7 kilometers. So that's the history of the hills. So unfortunately we can't go now because it is not the correct time. So maybe we'll come in during the March and we will try to go there, guys. ക്യാമറയ്ക്ക് വന്ന് 10,000 രൂപ ഏതാ വരും, 20 രൂപ അത്രേ ഉള്ളു. നിങ്ങളുടെ பேரு சொல்லுங்க கண்ணி. பேர் சொல்லி என்ன பண்ண போற? சும்மா சொல்லு. சும்மா சொல்லு. சும்மா சொல்லல, இதை நீ போட்டு வாட்ஸ்அப்பில் கழிப்ப. அதெல்லாம் வர வரலாம் வேண்டாம்ப்பா. நீ போயிட்டு இப்போ வாட்ஸ்அப்பில் போடுவ, படிவாசலில் பூசாரி இருக்கிறாரு அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு வாட்ஸ்அப்பில் போட்டு இந்த பூசாரி கூப்பிடும்பாங்க. So guys, he just gave me the prasadam, which is very nice. He's a very nice person. He's a pujari here, so he's a very nice person. He just told me the entire history of this place and he just gave me this prasadam, which is very nice, guys. Guys, I was unable to shoot it, but there was some swamis there, and they greeted me and they blessed me with this kungumam, and they blessed me, so it was very nice, guys. Meet someone. This is someone special. Meet this monkey. He is going somewhere. Hey bro, where are you going, bro? Bro, where are you going? He's shy. So guys, welcome back. I'm waiting in this bus stand for my bus. Villiyangiri. So I'm going from Villiyangiri. So guys, I just had my dinner from a shop here. So the charges were what all things I had was I just had 2 parotas and 1 dosha, and now I have a padam in my hand. So the total is like 45 rupees for this total. So if you ask me, is the food cheap? I will say, like, it's not cheap. In Kerala you will get a parota for 8-9 rupees, but here it's 15 rupees. But one thing I should say, that for the chicken gravy you will get chicken pieces, and also for the veg gravy you are getting chicken kurma. So that's a good point. So for what I think, so comparatively I think the food is quite overpriced, but then you don't have a choice. So that's it, guys. So I think I have to conclude my video. So we'll see in the next video. So if you like my videos, guys, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any suggestions, please do say it in the comment box, because that's the only way I can improve myself. So at the moment I am fully confused with how my videos are going, and how if you're liking my videos and things like that. I'm fully confused with things like this. So the only way I can improve is with your comments. So please do comment on my videos, and please tell the way that how I can improve on my videos, guys. So thank you so much, guys. This is Alex Solomon signing off. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.